Welcome back, everybody. What I have here today is a Proform valve spring tester. It's good to test your valve springs to know exactly what their pressures are, not what they're listed to be. I was given a set of mystery springs. What they are, what they're for, as in a hydraulic or a roller cam or a solid flat tappet, mid lift, high lift, I don't know. Well, these are 340 type of like replacement springs you use on a Magnum. These are simple, but use them on a small stock cam. What if you had a much thicker spring, or a double spring, or a triple spring, if anybody actually has those anymore? Well, this little tool right here by Proform is a portable spring tester, and it has a couple modes. Just turn it on and off. Has the mode for peak. There we go. And off. Okay. Right now it's set up to pounds, and it's zeroed out. You can give it a quick test your own strength. Give it a squeeze. Quick squeeze says I squeeze at 38 pounds. But for a spring, you're just gonna open up your vise wide enough to install both of them together, like this. And you just slip them in. Try to keep everybody centered. This way it's nice and safe for you. I don't know if you can read that right now, but it doesn't really matter, because the first thing you have to do is know the installed spring height. Since this is a stock spring, let's just say it's 167. I'm pretty close here at 166.95. So we'll just take this caliper and start closing it up until I notice the numbers here on the readout change. And then we could say we're super close. As I tighten it up a little bit at a time, I really can't see how close I am to making contact. It looks like I'm like right there. There we go. And we're at 56 pounds. That's the installed height. In the next video, you'll see how you set up installed height for your springs on your cylinder head. So that's the installed height. That's where it sits at rest when the valves are closed. But how far down, or how much compression should I test it at? Well, most springs will come with a rating that you can either find online or on the box itself. A good example are these trick flow springs I got for my 340 engine, and it says open 253.7 pounds at 1.220 inch. Installed, it should be 100 pounds at 165. That's these springs, not this spring. These are simple 2-barrel springs. But let's say you know your cam is supposed to lift 500. We take the 167, we'll bring it down to 1.675. Close enough. That will represent 500 lift. Continue to close it up. Right when she's about to make contact, make sure you're nice and level and flush. So when you make your contact, you watch your numbers move just a little bit. There we go. Nope, there we not go. Still slides in. Oh, there we go. 1.1595. Is that close enough to 1.6 for you? You can look here, it says 132. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me give it a quick check. I might be able to see it. Yeah, maybe you could see it now. You might have to zoom in. Sorry about that. But now you know your spring pressures. When they're open, in this position, the spring is collapsed, your valves are open. When your spring is relaxed, your valves are closed. Now you know your spring pressures at the height they're supposed to be. Nice little tool, not exactly for the average guy, but if you start building something with a little bit more huff and puff, and I guess than the regular cars have, you might want to know your spring pressures. Even more so if you build a very beastly street strip machine or you have a race ride, these are pretty indispensable. This unit wasn't too much money. I'm not going to disclose the price because videos get dated. You're going to have to go to Jegs or Summit, look around, maybe go to Proform's website itself. They have a variety of these things, and some are very expensive, and they're tabletops, and they're really super nice. I have limited room, and I don't really use this a whole heck of a lot. I have a couple engines that are a little hot and one very hot, and this will do fine. You could check all your springs, and anybody who doesn't make it, either in not enough poundage or too much, which could wipe out your cam, you could just simply return your springs and say, these guys didn't make spec. And now you know.